certain scenes, I'll be like, oh, this is awkward, like you said, because you're watching it with your family, but it's not. It's still not like, you know,
Like, if
one.
I watch it with the bros, it's much better.
Yeah, because y'all are being perverted. Sometimes you just gotta be mature, like, and just watch it. Your mom thinks you're mature enough to watch it with her. Just do it.
I know I'm mature. I'm 22.
Yeah. Oh, age has nothing to do with maturity.
Oh, wow. I mean, I do act mature. I think I would be able to take care of a kid. I think I'm pretty.
A
I
kid?
think I'm.
You want children
Yeah.
now? Is that why you're so flashbacking
I ain't that
on things?
desperate.
I mean, I love my dog. I just want to find someone that makes me want to have a kid. I'm not,
True. And that's why I keep on thinking about my ex. She wanted to marry me, like,
You
have
said
kids.
she had another person that wanted to marry her.
Exactly. It's just so for me. It's just,
And, I mean, and you didn't really go into detail about that, but that's,
But she did want to be with me. She wanted to live with me. I mean, she lived in California though, but
mhm,
she didn't mind coming down to where I'm at.
mhm,
Ah, we've been through a lot. Like, it's just sad. Like, it's hard to get over that for me.
yeah, um, I'm sure you're
Like,
not the
we were
only
so
person.
close. I felt we were so close to being like. I feel like it's going to take a while for me to find somebody else like that, and that's why.
Well, that's the issue. You're looking for someone like her. You should look for someone like her. It's gonna be hard not to, because you clearly still like her, but you can't just like look it. That's not fair upon the person that you'll end up with. Or if you end up back with her, you know. 16.
Hmm. I don't think me and her is destined to be together. Like, I did. She was my favorite. Like, I don't know why. Even though she was her person. I mean, if she wasn't insecure and stuff, wow, she would be perfect. If she didn't have.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Huh?
You said if she didn't have...
Like, if she wasn't insecure and possessive, like, she'd be like the perfect date, perfect wife material. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you just said you're only 22. Slow your roll. Not to say you couldn't get married at 22, but I thought you said you weren't working, and then I thought you said you wanted to go back to school and do all that other stuff. When you get
Like,
married and stuff.
when she comes, like, she tells me she wants me to get a job if she ever is gonna come over here so I can take care of her. Essentially, I know eventually if she's gonna get there, I know
Well,
we're
I
gonna be in
mean,
bed.
did you talk to you did say you talked to your mom about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I talked to my parents. I mean, my mom thinks she's a nut.
But she was okay with her moving in with y'all?
Not really, but my dad was. But my mom thinks she could be potentially a nut. I mean, like she doesn't like she's like trusting her trust with people. Like you got to build trust with her, I
Yeah,
guess.
what if she became jealous of your mom? Maybe what if she had like a...
Oh yeah, she was jealous of my cousin's girlfriend. And she was living with us. Like my cousin and his girlfriend and their child. They were living with me and my parents. And she was jealous of that. Like what if I like somebody told me, what if you look at another woman or talk to another woman in real life and she'll be like if I think about it, was I really happy with her? Like no. Like I felt like I was under a lot of pressure, like I was uncomfortable.
Yeah?
Like I mean I do want to find someone
Mhm.
like that, but is it worth it? Like what if I had a child with her? Like then I'll be screwed because forever that's
Yeah,
like
but luckily it was online, so that kind of helped.
yeah, but I guess you gotta be
Being
careful
distant.
having who you have children. because
Oh, you definitely
if
should.
that's happened, then you better hopefully make sure that relationship be there forever. Like that's the lifetime relationship.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's why you really should marry, get to know the person, and then decide if you want to have children. I mean, like
And
I
she
mentioned, my
waited so
brother
much
and his
time.
wife, they're 6 years now, no kid.
But we have so much in common though. Like us, we both Scorpios,
What?
both same
That doesn't
age.
mean
Huh?
anything. What does the birth month have to do with anything?
I know. I mean, I'm just saying we have a lot of things in common. Like the same music. We both play video games.
No, maybe that makes more sense, but that's still nothing about the personality. There's a lot of people you could meet that would be born in your same month, like similar music, and play similar video games.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really show the personality. And when you keep describing about the personality, I haven't heard anything that said, "Oh yeah, this person sounds awesome." Um, she sounds kind of scary.
Yeah, like she does get mad and she leaves. She just ooh, gosh. But I have to watch what I have to say to her if I said a wrong thing. It's just
Because
I know it's just huh?
that's because some people, well, I don't know. I feel the same way with the person I was with, but that's because, like I said, even though I was really sad, I thought maybe I didn't like him as much as I did. If everything he said was like really irritating me.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Gosh, it wants me to do these perfect dodge attacks. I'm the type of person, if I know you're about to hit me, I'm gonna move first. I have a reaction, and I keep moving too quickly before he even throws the actual punch. But I can see he's about to hit me.
Hmm. Oh yeah, she blocked like the first time I met her. She blocked me for no reason. Like she removed me a lot of times.
Hmm.
I came back to her. I think I was a fool. I think I was so desperate and simping over her. Like just, and I think I am still simping over her, even though after 2 years, like.
I mean, honestly, yeah, kind of. But I feel like it's because you. I don't know for sure, but I'm just gonna take a leeway that maybe you found somebody finally that you kind of wanted, like in her person.
Yeah,
She was
she was
like you.
Japanese. I wanted a Japanese woman.
Well, you gotta think beyond just race sometimes. But you also said
Yeah.
she was Latino, so she wasn't just a Japanese woman. She
She
might
was
have
cute.
looked more like Japanese than Latino.
I really don't know about
But,
that. I don't know.
well,
It's
I'm
hard to tell.
assuming if you knew, but anyways, you have to look beyond that. Ideally, you live in America, so the stereotypical saying the melting pot or whatever, which people don't like to say, I like to
Hmm.
look at it as in we're a mixture of different cultures and races. So that's when I hear melting pot, that's kind of like what I go with, even though that's not actually correct terms, but that's the best way I can explain it right now. Plus, I'm trying
But
to do some
it's going
murdering.
to take a while to find someone. Ugh.
I mean, I don't know. Look at Sierra. It only took her a year.
Man, I think I am likable. I really not that much issue finding
Well, that's not the
females.
point, though. You have to find someone you actually like. You clearly seem like a person with a caring heart, so you just don't want to accept anybody or trust and believe you're going to be going through the same cycle again.
Yeah, because this other female told me like, you need to okay, Kevin, you need to stop. You need to find somebody in real life. You
Oh,
say
that, oh, that doesn't matter. My brother, apparently, he met his wife online, and I didn't know till
oh
she took me to a bar in Japan.
Oh.
And they, you know, they live in the same area. They live where I live, so. What am I doing wrong? I'm sure I'm pressing the right button. So, yeah. So you can't necessarily say that. It's just gonna be however it's gonna be.
And she keep on thinking, how does my friends list? I don't get it. Like, how would you let people on my friends list come in between? Like, I don't even know these people is online. Like, I'm not going to meet them. You're not even close to me. I don't think I have anybody on my
It
list that's
sounds
close to me.
like because you're
Close
so
to me.
nice, you're not really seeing that she's like you understand she's manipulative, but you're still kind of trying to process it, and you're still kind of, you know, possibly, if you don't be careful, you might run into the same person.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it could be, but you know, you may not notice it at first. What am I doing wrong? I swear it just told me what to do. It said use rage. I'm pretty sure I'm using rage. I'm starting to get mad.
I did play the bait. But,
Yeah, but it says use rage counters perform. Oh, now it's saying I don't know what I pressed, but it's saying now 2 out of 3. And I know it's freaking R2, but it's acting like it's not.
yeah.
I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. This one robot, he just keeps coming back to life. Oh, I'm so sick of this. I hate this harm room crap.
Yeah. And also, this is another thing. Like, we're still trying to find someone that's a virgin. That's another. Yeah.
I think
True virgin.
one of my sorry friends told me, yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. So what I did was I looked it up, and then I went to YouTube, and I was reading off YouTube because one of my favorite YouTubers, she stayed a virgin till she was 33, and she was from North Carolina.
Wait. You say she's a virgin? She's 33.
She stayed a virgin till she was 33. Yes, she got married at
Oh,
33. What's funny about that?
that's. I ain't find that funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
just
she
like
just
I don't
waited
know.
for the
She
right
like her.
person. She kept her faith in God, and she was sad because she was a twin, so she kept one. And she learned that everything different happens for a reason, you know. You're not gonna go
Yeah.
through the same thing at the same pace. And then she found a guy that was just like what she wanted. And she also mentioned about having a prayer book, which I have as well. So what you do is she has a book where she put non-negotiable traits of what she wanted in a partner, right?
Mhm.
And then she also did a physical attributes so that way she said what she was hoping the person looks like. And it's not that you'll get like every specific thing, but you know,
Mhm.
you pray about them receiving the gist. So one thing she mentioned, and a lot of things that's online, is that go ahead and pray for your future partner. Like, you don't have to wait till you meet them. You go ahead and you pray for them. You could pray, you know, like, my non-negotiables is that he loves God and he's kind, he's caring, and he's working by the time he's with me. Because the one person I dated didn't have a job. The one person I went on a date with 2 times, he didn't have a job. And I'm just like, I have a job. And the second guy, I met him at my job, right?
Mhm.
So you left
Yeah.
working there. I stayed there until I completed my master's. But he stopped working there and he started getting money from his mom. Like, and he was like fine with that. I mean, he got a job, but it was like nothing in what he wanted. And that's not something like I wouldn't want to have a job in nothing I wanted. Like, for instance, construction work. If I knew I went to school for something, I'm not saying automatically you would get a job in what you went to school for. I'm not saying that. But the fact is, 4 years is a long time, and to just jump into a serious relationship and to not accomplish what you wanted, like a job, then maybe it's not time yet. I know some people are fine with waiting for their partner to do that or continue to go to school, but I kind of rather, for the most part, complete that stuff. And then if there's anything
Mhm.
else I want to do on the side and I'm with someone, that's fine. But I know if I was in a master's program dating the same person I was previously, or I was married, I wouldn't have made it. Or if I would have had kids, me personally, I wouldn't have made it. But
Yeah.
I also pray about being humble, listening, being patient. But I also say that's something that I expect to provide in return, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. And then physical attributes, I talk about what they could look like or whatever. But like I told you yesterday,
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm not too picky on that. I just have a level of attractiveness that I look for. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, he has to have dimples. If you have dimples, that's cute. If you don't have dimples, that's cute too. If he has short hair, that's fine. If he has long hair, I love long hair too. Like, it's not
Mhm.
too
Yeah.
big of a deal. I just have a thing about hygiene, and I have a thing for teeth. Like, you gotta take care of your teeth, because I take care of mine, so that's just something I'm big on.
Mhm.
I know there's a lot of people that don't take care of their teeth, and a lot of people say they can't afford to go to the dentist, but
Hey. Yeah.
I talked to my parents, and my parents told me it's actually really cheap to go to the dentist. And especially where I live, it's a lot of
Mhm.
military affiliated people, so they're getting free dental care work. And for them not to have their teeth done, it's just you're too lazy to do it, you didn't teach your child to do it, or you don't care about your parents. But that's
I
one
do.
of the
But
first things I notice is your teeth. Like, as I'm talking to you, beside your face, once you open up your mouth, if your teeth looks like there's something that you could have physically fixed on your own by just brushing, then I automatically lost interest if it's also with your personality. Because that's one of the everybody's like, oh my gosh, your teeth are so beautiful, your smile's so beautiful. And then I use different whiteners and stuff, so people are like, oh, it's so
mhm.
white. So, um, I'm very big on plaque, rotten teeth. Um, Depends where it's broken. Like I said, it depends if I know you're working and stuff and you have no excuse. And like I said, military affiliated and stuff like that. Dental work here is not that expensive, and brushing your teeth is not that hard either. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
big on
True.
that. I don't want to smell bad breath. And if you're a guy and I find you as a friend, I'm gonna tell you. Like, one guy specifically broke Brandon, as I would call him, only because he quit all his jobs. Like, he was making bank. He had like 2 jobs and he was doing really well, but he decided to quit because he liked to be at home. And
Ooh.
nobody ever told him like his teeth were bad. But one time I was talking to someone and I told him like, look, I don't like to talk. Like, one of my pet peeves is when someone eats something and then they drink red juice and I can see all the food and plaque stained by that red juice between their teeth.
Mhm.
That grosses me out so bad. And um he had that and I could have threw up. I hate that. And so even when we would play video games, I would tell him, I would know it would be like, you know, like 2 in the morning, and I'd say, okay, Brandon, I'm about to go to sleep, and I'd say, please brush your teeth. And he'd say, like, how do you know I didn't brush? I said, because I know you didn't brush. You think teeth and floss your teeth, but trust and believe people notice, they just haven't said anything, and I'm going to tell you. And, and especially if I know you like me, that's a hint to step it up. For real. I'm giving you that chance even if I might not like you back. Maybe you can convince me later after you take care of the proper hygiene and mature some. But he would admit, like, yeah, you're right. Usually when it gets this late, I don't brush my teeth. I don't think you're brushing it at all.
Damn.
Um, and definitely not flossing. And from my understanding, his family has money, so you definitely should be taking care of your teeth.
But for me, I do need braces.
Well, I mean, that's different. Braces is expensive. By the time I decided that, like, I wanted braces because I, like, ruined all my teeth when I was younger, because my grandmother decided to put, pine sol on a cemented steps as me and my cousins were playing outside, so we were like trapped outside, and she's like, be careful. But I forgot, and my cousin had broke something my grandpa just made, and as I ran up, because I was the tattleteller as a kid, as I ran up to go tell that he broke my grandfather's hammock he just made, he said nobody touch it, and he told my cousin, like, specifically you, because he was that cousin that would always break stuff. And I slipped, I fell, I like busted out like my entire top row besides the back,
Ooh.
and I want to say my bottom too. And so for years, ever since that incident, I didn't smile showing my teeth as a kid. And it took a long time. So then once my teeth grew back, because I didn't have a gap previously, I got a gap and I was like, what is this? You know? And so my parents kept mentioning braces when I hit middle school, and I was like, yeah, I want braces. But when I got to high school, my junior year, that's when they officially were like, okay, let's go meet some people. And the first woman, she talked like she was, like I was an object, really. She was just calling out these numbers. There was no, like, I care about my patients. You could tell she was more about money. The second person I went to, they were so nice, but I told my parents, like, you guys waited all this long time for me to get braces. I don't know if I really want them anymore. And they said, well, you don't have to. And I was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I think it was a good idea they waited, because braces is painful. They're painful, okay? And if I was a little kid, I would have cried. Like, you have to figure out how to eat with them. You lose your appetite because your mouth hurts so bad. And,
A retainer, maybe I should try that.
I don't know. It all depends. They always say it depends on how slanted or crooked your teeth are, that you could just get one of those like Invisaligns. Because I told my parents, I said, why couldn't I get that? And my back tooth, well, the second to last teeth they got busted out. When they came back so crooked. Like, I don't think that was a good idea. I'm glad I did get braces, but I hate the fact that I feel like that's all people see me for all the time. They're like, oh, your teeth are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm like, was I not beautiful when I had my gap? Because I felt just as beautiful. It took me a while to feel that way, you know, but because I was used to having my teeth pretty much perfect till they, probably because so many like got busted at one time that they grew back and they didn't know how to align straight versus how they, you know, as a kid you lose a couple of teeth and they grow in slowly or whatever. All of them had to grow in and fit however they could, so that's kind of what happened with mine. So that was a lesson. I never like snitched the same way again. Like, never ran to go tell on someone for doing something. God taught me my lesson. Shut your mouth. Literally. I was so terrified. There's so much blood everywhere. I remember I was hollering, I was screaming, and I ran in the door. And my grandfather said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And and I just had my mouth covered, and he opened up his hand, and I poured all the blood in my teeth into his hand. And they all started freaking out as I was freaking out. That was one of the scariest experiences ever. But what was even scarier, or just as scary as when I got my wisdom teeth removed. So, and that was with trusted doctors. But yeah, that was my little experience. That's probably another reason why I don't really talk that much either. Like, oh, well, I mean, not to you, but like with my family and stuff and other people, they're like, oh, she doesn't really talk that much. Probably because I had that incident to where I lost all my teeth because I was a snitch. And, yeah, now I might say something every now and then, but definitely, I had a fear for stairs. Sometimes I still do have a fear for falling. If only I would have just extended my hands when I fell. I would have caught myself. And I didn't learn that till I was, probably 3rd, 4th grade. We started a tumbling class. I just kept saying, if you guys would have only taught me how to catch myself and do all this stuff, then I would have caught myself and I would never have lost my teeth the way I did. Yeah, it was quite dramatic, but
yeah. Well, hopefully I can just need this. That'd be good.
yeah. And then like one of my teeth cracked, and honestly I think my retainer did it. And I thought, my tooth's really sensitive, and I think I got a feeling with silver, and it's like, okay, my retainer I got is wire, so, and I got a permanent wire on my bottom teeth, which I don't think it was necessary, because they even said they wouldn't put anything on my bottom teeth because there's nothing wrong with my bottom teeth. It was just really my top teeth. I need some health. I'm about to die. I'm about to die as a Hulk. This makes me so mad. Like I'm never gonna survive as this man. How are you supposed to regenerate his health? This isn't working. What happened to Miss Marvel? That's some bull crap. Anyways, yeah, so I can't tell you yes, I can't tell you no, but I thought they had like little online things, online sessions, so they could help you be sure about if you can get Invisalign through their consultations.
So I'll be right back, okay?
Uh-huh. Doggone it. They could at least give me some health.
Cheering for you from here. Let's begin.
I keep saying activate Bone Shaker, but they didn't give it to me.
Alright, back.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to survive this robot with a machine gun. And you keep saying, "Oh, use L1, okay?" But my power hasn't built up for me to use L1. I don't get it.
Yeah, my team ain't that crooked. But I guess it could be better.
Yeah, but is a person you're even interested in doing that?
Yeah,
Like,
never be smile.
I mean, it depends on how you feel about it.
It's
I
just
mean,
my two front teeth. It's kind of crooked. That's it. Nothing else. After that should be really good.
oh, okay.
So what you think about that?
Well, I would know. I haven't seen it, I don't think.
That I ain't showing no picture of my teeth. That's weird.
I mean, I usually smile on my pictures, so that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it. So how am I supposed to judge if that's, you know, a big deal or not? I say it also depends on the person that's interested in you,
Yeah, right.
or you're interested in.
It costs. I mean, I'm looking at the cost of it. It's in like, hold on, like 7,000.
Mhm. For what?
Let me check. For a retainer.
A retain.
So
Oh, for the ones you constantly get though.
I mean, it's different prices.
I'm not understanding. How are they gonna tell me to freaking press L1 to recover my health, and I don't have an option for powers for L1? Stupid Hulk.
Damn, that's a gap teeth. That's a gap right there. No, some of these look like dental implants.
Oh my gosh,
But
I'm gonna
hey,
die.
who am I to say?
Yeah, some people have veneers, which that's like the worst thing ever.
Because I did get picked on because they said, oh, your teeth is crooked.
Really? Oh, well then.
That's why I really don't smile my picture. Like, show my teeth in pictures.
Mm.
Because I'm a shape.
Well then, get braces.
I
God
mean,
darn it.
it's not really that bad.
Mhm.
I think routine will probably be good enough.
You would have to talk to the doctor.
Cheering for you from here.
Yeah, true.
I'm tired of dying. Look, I'll be right back. I gotta put some cream on my mosquito bite.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh.
I forgot I was supposed to say I'm back. I was trying to do this little thing with the Hulk.
Oh, I see. Welcome back. I know I'm probably gonna contradict myself by saying this,
What?
but I may get Modern Warfare back.
What do you mean, get it back?
Like, I sold it like last year.
Mhm.
I haven't bought it ever since.
Hmm.
So I may get it back.
Why would you sell it? That's a popular game.
Because of multiplayer. Probably like a lot of people.
But that one multiplayer was free online. Oh, this stupid game makes me so mad.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Cheering for you from here.